Everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late today. I got distracted by trying to do time zone conversions, which I'm not very good at, but I think I've got it straightened out. So I wanted to show you today, I'm going to play with the Nature's Sweetness. I have to get this right. The Nature's Sweetness product suite. It's a mega suite in the mini catalog, the January to April Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And what a mega suite means is there's actually 2 bundles in this suite, as well as designer series paper embellishments and a trim. It's a faux leather trim. So it's a mega suite. And it's so much fun. So you can coordinate between the 2. I'm going to use both of the bundles today, at least both of the sets of dies today in my card. Or you could pick and choose one or the other, because both of the bundles go very nicely, of course, with this suite. They're coordinated with the suite. Why wouldn't they? So this is the suite that we are using for the upcoming Creativity Abound Stamp Camp, which is the 9th and 10th in North America, 10th and 11th if you're in the South Pacific. And we're using the Notes of Nature bundle for that one. So just that one bundle, designer series paper, the trim, and the cork embellishments. So it's a really fun bundle. It's pretty. I just absolutely love it in neutrals. And you can do a pop of color if you want to add some color to it in something other than the pecan pie and pebbled path and gold and white that are in it. All right, I'm going to switch over. Hey, Hazel, welcome. Switch over to my desktop. I'm going to show you the suite, and then we'll get started on the card. So as I said, it's a mega bundle or mega suite in that it's got the 2 bundle. It's got the lovely and sweet bundle with this really pretty images that you can color, and then all of these other images that are, make it kind of eclectic. I love that way you can kind of stamp in behind and you have backgrounds. And then the dies for this one, of course, you've got the dies to cut the images. I'm going to use this great little tab. It's such fun. And then this is my label die. I think this is going to be my label die, depending on, I guess, which label I end up using. And then a bunch of separate dies that you can kind of cut out bits and pieces and to pop behind. So that's the lovely and sweet bundle. And then the Notes of Nature bundle. This is way more eclectic I think than that one. Some great ones, images. If you watched, I've done a couple of videos where I did a Retiform card using this, as well as a collage card. And I think this is a perfect stamp set for that vintagey feel of both collage and Retiform. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this today. I pulled it out just to show you. And then, of course, the dies. You have the dies that will cut out some of these images, and then a bunch of kind of these. This is I'm going to use this one to put some stems behind. This is really cool that you can create a notebook and use the trim that I'll show you in just a minute. So this will cut holes in a piece of cardstock or designer series paper. Okay, so then this gorgeous designer series paper. It's a specialty paper because it's got the gold foil. So you have the pebbled path and then gold foil, and then the pops of pecan pie. I love this one that's pebbled path and white. Some splatters and some, kind of writing. I'm going to use this one. Gold foil is so pretty. Another one with some writing on it and splatters. Now this one you can cut these out and use as images, kind of as the center, the focal point of your project, your card. Some crosses with gold. I'm using this one today. This is Pebbled Path with script on it. And then this one is like journal paper with pecan pie. Such pretty paper. I always find it hard to cut the paper when it's so pretty. Now these are, you've probably seen me use them. These are the adhesive back cork rounds, and they are great. I've been using them not only with this suite, but also with the Trusty Tools bundle, because there aren't embellishments with that one, but these cork rounds are very masculine. And then this trim is fun to play with I find it hard to tie a bow, although you can tie a bow with it. I shouldn't say you can't, because you can tie a bow with it. But it's quite thick. So I've been kind of cutting it and just using it as layers in my card, but it is gold. Doesn't show so well, but it is gold. It's called gold faux leather trim. Okay, so let's get busy making a card. I've done some cutting out in advance so that you don't kind of have to watch me do all of that. So I'm going to use a piece of pebbled path. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and we will score it at 5 1/2. And as always, grab my bone folder. So this is the side I scored on. So you fold into the mountain or the raised line and give your cardstock a good burnish with your bone folder. So then I cut a piece of basic whiteout. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. I've cut a piece of this gorgeous gold paper. It's kind of a shame to cover that up, but you can use the middle if you want to cut some stems out of it. Use the middle because it's going to get hidden. So this piece was cut. I'm trying to remember what I cut this one. So let's see, 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then this piece of that script in the pebbled path is 3 inches by 4 1/4. So that's going to layer on top like that. Okay, so let's start with that. I'm going to do just a little bit of stamping on this piece of basic white. I just want to create just a little bit of a background. What shall I use? I think I'm going to use this one that makes it look like grid paper. And I'm just going to take and just stamp, just make a frame. I'm not making it perfect, just kind of creating a frame around my piece of basic white so that you're not seeing that plain edge like that. Oh. That's right. Yesterday I ran out of liquid glue, so I've got a new one here. All right, so we're going to adhere these pieces together. You could have stamped off if you didn't want that to be quite so bold. I could have stamped off before I stamped and using the pebbled path. But all right, and so then this will go on there like that. Now I'm not going to glue this on quite yet because I may want to put some trim around it, although I think the trim will go on the front. So I've already done a little bit of work here. So I cut one of these tabs out. So I'm going to just take and stick that tab with a little bit of glue behind that. I probably should have done it before I inked it up or glued it on here, but it looks like I've got a little space. I can still tuck that under. So we'll just take that like that. And I've got a little bit of glue. Take your pick tool and just kind of pick up that extra bit of glue that's kind of splotted out there. There we go. All right, so I've got my little tab on there. I love that little tab. And then I stamped using Versamark on pebbled path, and I used gold embossing powder. So we're going to put that on like that using dimensionals. You can play. There are so many gorgeous dies with these bundles that you can kind of play with them and see what you like. Now, I've also cut a couple of the stems. These ones were from the Notes of Nature stem, so I just thought a pop of white. Oopsie. And then this is part of one of the long dies from the Notes of Nature. It's a long stem die. So I just took a piece. So you need 6 inches to cut this full piece out if you wanted to, or you could create an edge on a piece of cardstock if you wanted to. That would be really cool. But what I did was I just took a piece of the designer series paper that I had, and I'm going to use it just to cut some, so I have some gold stems to pop behind my pieces. I love to layer stems and things behind. Okay, so I've got that. I'm going to pop some of these behind. I love that pop of white, just kind of. So something like this is what I'm thinking. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this trim. Okay, so maybe I will start gluing this on. Everybody's quiet today, so let me know where you're watching from. If you're playing in your craft room, it's kind of a lovely springish-like day here. It's sunny and warm. Right. So I'm going to use glue dots on this piece anyway. I'm a huge glue dot. I love glue dots. They're make it so easy just to kind of stick your pieces down. Oh gosh, you still got a blizzard going on. Bam, my goodness. All right, we'll take that off for now. I need to figure out where this is going to go before I put this down. So let's put that kind of where it's going to go. I'm not going to press it down hard. The other ones I can tuck underneath, but these ones with this stem are just a little bit longer than the others, so it's kind of hard to tuck them. Okay, now I can take and just use glue dots to, there it is. Thought I'd lost that other one. Okay. So I can take and just kind of tuck that underneath and not run into anything, she says confidently. There we go. Lift that up a little bit. There we go. So I actually have one kit left for the stamp camp. So if you are interested, it's not too late. You don't have to be with us live to do the stamp camp. You can watch on the replay. You get 13 make and takes, as well as the lives that we will do over the course of the weekend. Sorry, I'm trying to find a sentiment. Let's use this. I don't make sympathy cards very often, but let's use this one that says "so sorry." I guess it doesn't have to be sympathy. Yeah, so you get 13 make and takes, a kit with 13 make and takes, as well as the access to the group where you will get 13 bonus projects. So if you live in Canada and you're interested in it, the way you get it is you purchase the Notes of Nature bundle, the paper, the cork rounds, and the trim, and I will send you the kit for free. And again, you don't have to be with us during the live to be able to take advantage and make these. Okay, I need to do some more stamping on that. It's so I'm going to take pecan pie. Nope. I haven't used pecan pie. All right, I'm going to take my stamp that I used, and I'm just going to stamp right over top. So that's even darker than I wanted it, but that's okay. I just wanted some extra When is that happening? The stamp camp is the 9th and 10th of February. So we start, if you join us live, I'm not happy with, sorry, I'm struggling because I'm not happy with what I did with that. I need to find a piece of basic white. I will be right back. Okay, sorry. The stamp camp is, the stamp camp is the 9th and 10th of February, which is this coming weekend in North America. And as I said, you don't have to be live to watch it. You can order the Notes of Nature bundle, designer series paper, trim, and cork rounds. And there's more information on my website. And then you will be registered for it, and I will send you the kit. And if you have questions, just let me know. I'm kind of a little bit all over now that I've lost my Pebbled Path ink pad. It's got to be here somewhere. I think I've put it back where it shouldn't be. There it is there. Okay, so let's stamp this again. Claudia says, what stamp set is that? This is, this So Sorry is from the Lovely and Sweet, and some of the other ones I've been using are from the Notes of Nature. So it's all part of the Nature Sweetness suite. Okay, so changing my mind here, not going to use that big tab. I've just stamped the So Sorry on this piece, and I'm just going to cut it out. I was feeling like it was just a little bit too big and was taking over the card. So we will just take and put So Sorry just a little bit more subtle than what it was. Okay. Anyway, if you are interested, it's not too late to grab that last kit. Now, you do now have to be in North America, or sorry, in Canada, to be able to purchase from me. If you live somewhere other than North America, we do have demonstrators around the world. And so regardless of where you live, I can put you in touch with a demonstrator who can help you with what you need for the stamp camp. Okay, so I'm going to cut just a little bit of this trim. I'm going to cut it into little pieces. Yeah, much better. I think so too, Claudia. And I'm going to tuck these down with glue dots, kind of like they're twigs. Really like to use these little pieces, or this trim. Just maybe looks like a little twig. And maybe you haven't thought about doing this, but I kind of like the look of when it's got little bits coming out. I love to layer like this. Okay, now the only thing I need on the front of my card is some cork rounds, because they're so pretty. I think I told this story. My husband and I went to Portugal. I think it was 2014, and cork was all over there. And I think I came home with a cork purse and a cork wallet, just because I just loved it. I love the texture. Okay, so I cut a piece of the designer series paper. This was just a scrap that I had left over. It's 3/4 of an inch by 4, and we're just going to take and adhere this to the bottom of this for the inside. So this piece on the inside of the card is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I can put this on the inside of the card. That's kind of gone crooked on me. Can I move it? I can. It's the lovely part of using liquid glue It gives you a little bit of wiggle room so that you can kind of adjust things if it goes, as my mother used to say, skew if. She had this word. I don't know if other people use that word, but my mom always used to say skew if. So, all right, there we go. I really like this card. I love the pop of gold, and I love the layering. And so it just, yeah, I love this suite of products. It was one of the ones I first looked at and said that definitely had to come and live at my house. All right, there we go. So there is a card made using the Nature Sweetness Mega Suite. If you are interested in that stamp camp, it's not too late. Like I said, I have one kit left, so reach out to me, and I can let you know how that kit can be on its way to your home. And again, the stamp camp is coming up this weekend, February 9th and 10th in North America. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Now, I will be live again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm kind of back to my normal schedule, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 2 o'clock Pacific. And if you want to join me for my free card class, it is at 7 o'clock Pacific on Zoom. And I will share the Zoom information out on my Facebook group page and Instagram tomorrow, as well as the supply list for the card we're making. So you can come and join me and make a card. All right, everybody, thanks for joining me. Hope you have a great day. Happy stamping. Bye.